NLC President Ayuba Wabba joins us on TVC News at 10 for more on this development. The Kaduna state government has reacted to the strike, and according to it, it has called the NLC's campaign as that of economic and social sabotage. Talk to us about efforts to engage government before embarking on the strike. Mr. Wabba, if you can hear me, I'm asking that if there were efforts on the part of NLC to engage the Kaduna state government before embarking on the strike.
Well, thank you very much for this opportunity. Let me put it very clearly. To say that the number for now is not known is not the truth. As I speak to you, those that have been served letters officially in the local governments, close to 2,000, is about 2,000. Primary care agency, 1,700, and in SUPEB, 4,000. So those workers that are over 7,000 have been served letters. So to say that they don't know the extent, I think is half truth. Secondly, as organized labor, our standard is that before any action, the employer of government must be put on notice. And immediately after the meeting of our National Executive Council, an official letter was written to Kaduna State Government, cataloging our disputes and grievances, including the fact that the provision of the labor law, particularly Section 20, that deals with redundancy, has not been respected. Because the law said clearly that in the case of redundancy, the trade union shall, in fact, period to the action, shall be informed or representative of the union about the reason for the redundancy, the scope of the redundancy, and also their procedures to actually go into redundancy. Means that you have to pay redundancy, it has to be negotiated, including severance, and the law is that the last to come into the service will be the first to go. All of this we are not respected, and therefore we have followed the rules to the letter.
Again, we hear the Kaduna state government earlier this morning welcoming the leaders, the visit by the leaders of the TUC who met with the head of service. Would you say that NLC and TUC are together in the struggle?
No, let me also try to educate you. In the Joint Public Service Negotiating Council that composed of all the unions in the public sector, all the union but one is the affiliates of TUC. All the unions in the Joint Public Service Negotiating Council affected by this action are all affiliates of the NLC. So I think we must understand the logic and also the substance of the issue. It is our members that are affected, majority, because 99% of the unions in the Joint Public Service Negotiating Council are affiliates of the NLC. And basically, this is why, in line with our philosophy and clear provision of our ideology of our founding fathers, there is no way such a violation will take place and NLC will just keep quiet. So basically, those are the clear issues and reasons.
We're hearing that electricity has been shut down, healthcare access for many people has been cut. How long can we keep this on? Are there alternatives
to basically we have said so before those actions commence. We have said so, and we gave adequate notice as required by law. We wrote and gave adequate notice to say that legally we are going to withdraw our service, and that is allowed by law. Workers are not slaves. There are laws and provisions that must be respected, and all those laws and provisions have been respected. In fact, it is the government that is in breach of respecting the law.
I understand your point very clearly, Mr. Wabba.
To say that those issues have not followed the law.
I get your point. I'm just saying that what happens next, as we speak right now, the Kaduna state government says it's not backing down on the stance to dismiss these workers.
Yes. First, this action is for 5 days in the first instance. And as you must have also heard, the National Executive Council is going to scale it up to all the states, because injury to one certainly is injury to one in all. And basically, injustice anywhere is also injustice everywhere. And this is a clear injustice to workers. As we speak, all those workers that have been given their letters, there is no consideration about even their terminal benefit. And we say also on authority that 11,000 workers are also on the line. This is basically a fact. And we are not speaking friction. It's facts. And they have not been able to dispute those facts. To say that have workers not been sacked? Workers have been sacked. What is the number? They will be telling you they have not finished. The number is not known. The number is known. That's what we are saying. Have they respected the law? No. The law have not been respected. I quoted a law, Section 20 of the Labour Act, that provides for redundancy have not been respected. So how can you be talking from both sides of your mouth, addressing an issue that is so fundamental to the lives of workers?
Let's have your reaction to what the Kaduna State government is calling violations of the Miscellaneous Acts, Offences Act, as well as the Trade Union Act.
Well, if there is any violation, let me repeat, if there is any violation, because this particular action is triggered by a violation of a fundamental law in our labor law, and I quoted Section 20 to be precise. It is actually what precipitated this particular action, which is a matter of last resort. So if there is any violation, it's Kaduna State government that have violated the sanctity of our labor laws with impunity.
NLC President Ayuba Wabba, thank you for talking to us tonight on TVC News at 10.